Hi everybody, this is Michael Blake and I am a trademark attorney and a patent attorney in Milford, Connecticut. My law office is called the Law Offices of Michael A. Blake. Today I'd like to talk about trademark monitoring. When you get a registered trademark, at least when you get one from me, I'll send you a letter, and one of the things I'm going to ask you to do is to monitor your trademark. What that means is you want to make sure that no one else is using a similar trademark to yours or applies for a similar trademark to yours. This will keep your trademark strong. There are companies you can hire that will monitor your trademarks. What I want to talk to you today is, what do you do when one of these companies flags a potential trademark that you should be aware of? Well, you need to look at that trademark and compare the similarity of the marks to your mark. So you compare the appearance, sound, meaning, and overall commercial impression of the two marks. Next, you should determine whether or not the goods and services of the two marks are related. You want to understand the strength and scope of your trademark rights. You want to think about the business significance of the potentially conflicting trademark. And you also want to think about whether there is evidence of actual marketplace overlap. When you get a notice of a potentially similar trademark from your trademark monitoring company, and you've evaluated these characteristics, then you need to make a choice. Do you do nothing, or do you send a demand letter telling the trademark owners that you have a registered trademark and that you're going to enforce your trademark rights if they continue using that similar mark? And you usually request that they cease and desist in using a similar trademark. Another option is, if they have filed for a trademark application, at some point in the process, their trademark application will be published at the Trademark Gazette. Once it's published, you have 30 days to oppose that trademark. The opposition proceeding is like a little trademark trial at the USPTO, but it can get very expensive. But simply filing an opposition may get the other side to listen to negotiations with you about that they need to stop using a similar trademark and they ought to abandon their trademark application. This may happen if you have a strong case. So that's what I have to say today about trademark monitoring. Remember, you can hire a company to monitor your trademarks, but then once a trademark is flagged, you have to decide whether or not that mark is close to your mark and how you want to proceed if it is. You can either send a demand letter or you can file an opposition once their trademark application publishes at the trademark office. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.